Hi, this is Tuan from Money Travel Grow. I'm here in Puerto Escondido, Mexico again. I was here around April, which was I think my birthday, and so I had a good time then. I'm here now during the 4th of July weekend. So I want to talk a little bit today about staying focused and following up with employers when maybe you get an unfavorable decision. I know some of you out there who have been following my content, you're now starting to apply for jobs, and with applying for jobs comes rejection. Okay, it's a part of the game. It's nothing that you should ever take personal. It's nothing that you should ever be discouraged by, even if you get 1,000 rejections, because as we know, this is a numbers game. And if you got 1,000 rejections but you get one yes, well, that's what matters the most. And no one's going to remember the amount of times you've been rejected. I mean, think about a lot of things that have happened in history. I remember reading one time that it was Thomas Edison that tried to make the light bulb work, I believe, about 10,000 times. And it wasn't until the 10,001st time that he actually, got it right. So it just comes down to a question of how motivated are you to make this happen. So you apply for a bunch of jobs, no one's telling you yes. Let's talk about some strategies that's going to hopefully help you get a yes on your next try. So one of the things I encourage people to do is just to really try to learn from their mistakes. One of the things that some employers will tell you if you don't have experience in digital marketing, they'll say, you don't really have experience, you're not really what we're looking for. One of your immediate questions should be, how would you recommend I go about getting more experience? This way, when you ask this question, the employer is hopefully willing to give you some insight about what you can do next time that's going to strengthen your application. Maybe not necessarily with them, but of course with someone else. The other thing you can do when you get a rejection is to make sure you thank them for their time, you follow up and you say, when do you believe will be another process that you're going to have for applications? And at that time, they may not be able to give you an answer, but what you want to do is you want to take note of that, especially if this is a job that you really like. You want to take a note of that, and you want to follow back up with them in anywhere from 2 to 3 months. Now, you may have a job by that time, so that may not necessarily be necessary, but let's just say if you're still on the job market. Now, a lot can happen in 2 or 3 months. Not everyone makes it through the probationary period when they get hired. Some people find out what a job entails, and they say, you know what, this isn't for me. I thought this was going to be a little bit different. And so now they have that opening again. If you're a person that have made a conscious effort to stay in touch with that future employer, or at least separate yourself, from the pack by sending them some level of appreciation for the interview, you now have an opportunity. Also, when you fall back up with them, they may say, okay, I remember you. Let's call him or her in for a second look. This is not uncommon. This is something that can happen. But most importantly, what I'm really trying to get at and tell you is that timing is everything. And maybe, it's not your time right now. That's perfectly fine. But your time will come. Your time always comes. It's a matter of you're in position to accept that offer or to take advantage of that opportunity. So don't be discouraged. It's a part of life. Rejections come. Your main philosophy needs to be, instead of just taking it as a no, you just say next. When I'm speaking to, my clients, I constantly tell them, okay, great, you got an interview. Great, you didn't do well in your interview. Let's focus on the next one. Now, the last tip I want to give you is going to be, again, about the whole idea of taking rejection. So here's something that you can consider doing if a company, rejects you. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to go back and you want to submit a sample of your work. Now, I know they told you no, and I know you might be saying, well, what if it's one of those automatic responses that you get on LinkedIn all the time? It works for that too, because then all you have to do is call the HR or call their office or contact someone at the company and just simply resubmit your application, okay? But this time, you attach a small sampling of your work, your portfolio. This also works in the event that you get an interview, and then let's say a company says to you, they say, do you have any more questions? Do you have anything else you would like to share? At that point, that's when you pull, that's a good opportunity for you to pull your portfolio out and say, hey, yes, I do. Here's something I want to share, because I want to show you that I am, in the process of learning and growing as a digital marketer, and it'll be a great opportunity for me to continue this with your company. Now, this is impressive because, one, it shows initiative, and two, not a lot of people are going to do this anyway. A lot of people are pretty much just going to say, no, I don't have anything else to say. And by the way, anytime an employer gives you the floor to say something, you always want to ask some questions. Questions like, what is your timeline? When ideally would you like the candidate to start? Why do you like working for the company? It's just a series of questions. Not too many, maybe anywhere between, I'll say 3 to 5. And you just want to, again, this is your opportunity to build a lot of rapport with the person that's interviewing you, because one, is showing that you have interest in the position, and two, you're building your level of confidence in being able to have a conversation. Because I know a lot of you are fairly nervous about talking to someone that you don't know. Some of you come from a generation where you're not really used to talking to people face to face. But, this is how things get done wherever you go. So those are my tips for today. I hope you enjoyed them. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, follow me on my Facebook group. The link will be down below. It's Digital Marketing Career Starter. And hopefully I'll see you over there. And enjoy the rest of your day. I know I will. Later.